He had a fantastic series against Team Envious, and he has been one of the key players for Aware this weekend, so we're going to start off with him. Yes, he's got BL Fire and Burns off straight in front of him as well. He's going to take down BL Fire. Already seen him. He's going to see another player there as well. Not able to get it, but it will be all of them dropping straight away, and it will be the guys going down.
Burns off. He'll go down as well. JT down for the count. We'll switch on to Joey. Joe trying to find one under here with his bow. He will find underneath tunnel. That's going to be Anticity. Looking for a second inside the hill. That player is going to move to T. Will be picked up. And he's going to have some more battles down this street. Nobody in the hill, obviously. This very first hill, so spread out, so wide open. You're really just fighting for map position to set up for the second hill over by the piping. This one really, no team's usually able to get a lot of points, though AR's able to get quite a few here.
Weeks trying to put some shots down as well. Does manage to get it, and the L's going to be PD on the hill as well. Oh, big shots by Weeks, continuing to stay alive. He is going to eventually drop. PD is now on there. He will drop as well. And this is going to be advantage to... It's Aware they're going to have the spawn going into this next rotation.
Yeah, we're going to be on board with Petey right now to see if he can go ahead and try to break this hill. He's going to pop into the pipe. He's going to find one. He's going to get the assist.
Oh.
Assist City does finally drop into picking up Weeds. BL Fire will clean him up. Joey goes down for the count as well. We'll switch on to JT with that bow. Looking alley. He's got some help. We'll switch to Watson, who does go down. Meanwhile, AR somehow able to control a little bit of this hill. It's just been back and forth. No one able to hold this for longer, honestly, than like 5 or 6 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, Aware are a hardpoint specialist team. They're so confident on a hardpoint. It's what they like to play most. They actually dropped it against Envious and still managed to win 3-1. So take that as you will.
Petey on your screen. He will go down as well as you do see AR. Go ahead and virtually tie this up here at 29-30, now 30-30. JT on your screen hops in the hill for the rest of the scrap time. 9 seconds left as we get ready to rotate to the back garage, where you do say the players from AR, those are your blue triangles in the top left-hand mini-map that are already set up and should be able to get a good chunk of time on this hill. It is difficult to break.
Or play one over, and he's going to see the shadow, and he's going to pick that one up, Burns off. And he's looking for the second player. He's going to pick it. No, he's going to get the assist again. Weeks picking up 2. BL Fire getting 1 as well. And it's a complete spawn out from the guys from Aware.
Burns off gets ruined by JT there. Anticity inside the hill. Anticity, a big slayer for this squad. Kind of came out of nowhere for AR. Into the scene. Mostly been hanging around the amateur scene for quite a while. And obviously proved himself worthy of being here at the World Championship of Call of Duty. PD on your screen now inside the hill. He will go down. And as does JT. A little slaying out here of the garage by AR.
Oh, Joe, look at that with the flank. He's going to pick up 2. No, Petey will pick up the other one. He's going to see him, though. Burns off will take him down. Both teams still flooding again. Look at this game neck and neck the entire way through. 54-52.
No one's been able to build more than a 10-point lead at this point. Petey's going to rotate all the way back to the parking lot.
Well, he needs to stay alive there.
This is a big gunfight. If he can stay alive a little longer, that's going to allow his teammates to rotate through and help control where they want the spawns and which street they're going to force AR to come up.
Well, you see, they have managed to clear it out. They will have control of the stones. They should be able to bring this back at least to even straight away.
Oh,
JT continuing to hold here. He's on a 3 streak at the moment, just holding out mid for them. It's going to have to go back now, though, as 2 of the reload team have managed to come through.
Down for the count goes JT. Switch on over to Joey. Joe goes down as well. On over to Burns off. Burns off, one of the hardest working players to become a pro, really. Hardest working players in Call of Duty, in my opinion, especially in the North American scene. This guy is just grinds and grinds and grinds. He sets goals and he reaches them. That ethic is what's carried this team so far, that composure, and it's just that energy is spread across the rest of the players here with Anticity, BL Fire, and Wheats, who are still in the upper bracket. I don't think anybody anticipated that, to be honest.
No, they didn't. Like I said, it's been a crazy tournament so far, and I think a lot of people at home are just still in shock. Nobody knows like this. Nobody would have predicted this. No bracket show has predicted this.
No, none. Zero. You know, it's kind of a conglomerate of players that necessarily weren't picked up by the bigger organizations, came together, and they are absolutely destroying so far. Anticity on your screen. Well, like I said, one of the main slayers. He's going to be 15-12, leading the way with him and Burns off. Finally, we'll go down, though, to the hands of Petey as 3 go down there, 4 automatic reload, giving Aware a little bit of advantage here to catch up and close this 10-point margin.
Gonna go back on board with JT there. He just managed to just slap Wheat off that head glitch. Joe trying to put some shots down here. They have lost control again here, Aware Gaming. They did gain it very, very briefly. Coming through, he's going to be taken down once more. JT now coming in. Has a few of his teammates with him. They are flooding. They are trying to push through. Petey now in the hill. They need to stay alive on these hills for a little bit longer than they are doing. They just push in, clean, and then instantly lose it again.
Busting into the hill. Joe gonna have to reload that bow. Will turn the corner, have complete help as they do completely flush out, with the exception of Wheats and Anticity. A couple players there come in and get a nice little two-piece. Petey pre-firing, turns around. Beautiful awareness right there out of Petey to pick up that kill. And the score even yet again. 96 to 92 as we head to the middle pool for the final rotation of all 5 hard points.
Yeah, it may as well, first half may as well not have happened, but here we go once again. And we're on board with Anticity now, holding top glass. He's looking for Joe. He's going to pick him up as well, just dropping people all left, right, and center. Petey, however, is still on the hill, so they're still gaining points at this second. They have got the spawn for the next rotation as well. 40 seconds left to go on this hard point. BL5 trying to put some shots down. He's going to see Watson. Watson will take him down with a 2-piece, and Joe contributes.
Burnsoff now trying to get to the hill here. Burnsoff, one of the more objective players in the game. He's going to be leading the pushes onto the hill lately. Anticity is the last guy you want on the hill for this automatic reload squad. You want a bal in his hand, you want him in those power positions, and you want players like Burnsoff and BLFire to be in there with Wheat supporting it. And right now, Anticity and BLFire are leading the captures with not much going on with Burnsoff in the objective.
Anticity just really well to stay alive.
Not going to be able to, though. BLFire now on your screen. We'll switch on over and watch the guys from Aware representing the UK. JT trying to rotate up and get a top spawn as we move to the side hill.
Watson just won that fight. He probably shouldn't have done. Petey now coming through. They are trying to flush this spawn. There is going to be a little bit of a pinch. Come on, Petey drops in. He isn't going to be able to do anything. Watson's going to try and stay last alive. Players coming and challenge him from everywhere. It's going to drop, and it is going to be automatic reload that will hold this now.
BLFire. BLFire started to heat up there on a 3-point streak. He will go down. Burnsoff looking for 2 here on top pipes as he holds down some chunk of time in the hill. Still tied up. We have been nothing but neck and neck this entire match. No team able to pull away any significant lead. And we only have about 30 seconds left in this side hill before we rotate back to the garage. So you're going to see teams start to fight for the positioning towards that garage while still fighting for time to keep this one close.
Anticity coming in here, and it is almost going to get tied up here. Anticity trying to push. There are a lot of players. Picks up a 2. There is going to be one more. Can he try and get this? Burst forward. Doesn't matter. His teammate picks him up. Looking for Watson. Will be shut down as Watson cuts through his own teammate in a 3-piece.
Watson, the first player in this lobby to hit 30 kills. A little right behind him is going to be Anticity across the way from automatic reload. He's going to go ahead and push on in. That's Wheats on your screen. Wheats, such a veteran in the scene. He's been around forever and still is performing at such a high level here at the World Championship of Call of Duty. Petey on your screen now from Aware, 28 and 27 plus 1. He's on at 1 streak. He's going to burst into the hill, challenge it. He's going to have the help from Joe and Watson to clean up 3 from automatic reload, and they'll recover the hill to tie it up yet again. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here with this.
I mean, you know what? Both these teams are just going toe-to-toe. They're flooding. They're just cutting hills to bits. Rotations are tight from both teams at the same time. But however, it's going to be automatic reload to get back into the point here. 25 seconds left. A lot of time to play for, considering how tight it is. Neither team can really afford to give it up yet as they come in once again. Burnsoff, he's going to hold it down with a 2-piece. And it does look like they're going to hold this for the remaining time.
Big hold right there. Big hold right there. You can see how
and
far they're spawning out.
They hesitated.
Yeah.
Did you see that? They spawned glass
so much
and hesitated.
time was just given. Look at that. A lot of free time right there. Now you can see the rotation coming from automatic reload. If they can win these gunfights, Joe has to stay alive right now. This is absolutely massive. Has some help. He does go down. Big fights in the parking lot. Look at the difference now. 20 points is the biggest lead that we have seen so far in this game. Automatic reload holds it. Now going into the second to last hill.
Petey comes in, they will clean up. They will have an opportunity to bring this back here. Petey looking for BLFire, isn't be able to get him. Watson's still alive on the point, but he is going to be coming in so many players. He's going to drop. Does manage to get it with the hipfire in the end, but nobody now on the point. 157 to 166.
JT will go down, as does Joe, as does Petey. 3 down, 4 Aware, leaving Watson up to try to make something happen. Bal in hand, he's going to have a couple players from automatic reload sitting inside of the hill parking lot. 26 seconds remain on this, still
Watson's
at 20-point difference. Watson down for the count. BLFire doing some work there with Anticity.
Well, they really need these points, and they're going to have to hold it here. But they're going to be very, very curious about what to do on the rotation. Anticity staying alive was a big play there. And they're still pushing. They might have the rotation here, but they need these points to stay alive. BLFire holding it down. Watson holding it down as well. Watson's still alive. JT in there now. He needs to make that kill. Does not. They could have done with that scrap time. And it's going to be Petey on the rotation first of all. He has to hold them now.
Petey, big gunfight. Cannot win it. Dropping to Anticity. Anticity gets 2 on Joe as well. That is going to be spelled major trouble. 2
blew
points.
Aware out.
38 and 31 is Anticity, looking for 40 here. 38 seconds remain on the clock. It's still potential. The time's about to expire as far as mathematical possibilities for Aware to jump into it. And that's it.
Oh, unbelievable there. I mean, both teams really going neck and neck.
Well, I mean, actually, technically they could.
They could.
By 1 second, they'd have to hold all of it, and that'll do it.
Yeah.
If they held literally all 23 seconds of that, they would have won by 1 second. Unfortunately for them, it will not. And
Anticity
what was
was a monster.
neck and neck game came down to Anticity being the clutch
Lots
factor
of, lots
at
of,
the end.
lots of clutch players. I mean,
Look at him, he's still going.
some of the
Anticity.
scrap time you should have said maybe the away game should have held on to. That last scrap time, it would have given them a little bit more kind of leeway on this.
Yeah, a little
but
bit.
they couldn't hold it. Anticity just blew through Petey like he wasn't there. And it was just not to be.
Anticity just did absolute work there.
Oh, dropped a 40 in the end.
40 for Anticity, 37 and 34 for Burnsoff, 37 and 35 for Wheats as well, as Automatic Reload takes your map number 1 here in this upper bracket matchup against Aware.
There were so many clutch plays. I mean, so many teams did great work. I mean, Watson actually at the bottom of the scoreboard with the highest KD, but I think he made a few clutch kills.
Yeah.
That kind of held them in. I mean, Petey come in a few times. A lot of the players kind of pulling their weight there. You can't really say there was one player that carried everything. They just managed to hold it down over and over again. I mean, Anticity put up the highest KD, like the stats said he should.
He did. I mean, every time we switched on to him, the plays he was making, the 2 and 3 pieces he was getting in and around the hill, really allowed Automatic Reload to not only stay in that, but that big kill at the final hill allowed them to dominate it during the early rotation out of Aware and hold on to it and hold on to the victory. They take map number 1. Map number 2 is coming up, but not before a quick commercial break here at the Call of Duty World Championship presented by Xbox. We'll see you soon.